Hi everyone, I'm Jodi. Welcome to my channel. It is Friday, at least when I film this. So if you are joining me on the day that this is published, then that means you are ready for Friday Face Off. Now today's Face Off is going to be a little bit different, and it really came from you guys because I asked you if you were headed to vacation and you could only take one beauty item, and I gave the choice of mascara or lipstick. Which one would you choose? Many of you, and it was almost 60-40, came back with mascara. There were some very clever answers. I love sending out these surveys to you guys because they're so fun to hear the different answers, and many of you gave extra commentary, which is, again, a joy for me to read. So thank you for those of you that participated, and if you are not following me over on Instagram, here's all you need to know. It's jodi.mannes_, and I would love to see you over there where we talk about more fun things. I share with you some of the latest beauty launches for the month, so a lot of fun over there on Instagram. And while you're here, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, be sure that you do that as well by hitting that subscribe button. All right, so mascara. Now, I have done a lot of reviews on mascara. In fact, I've done some right here on Friday Face Off. And I try to be very mindful and review products that are of a price point that are comfortable to everyone. And you'll see by many of my Friday face-offs in the past, I like to pair off a more expensive luxury product with a drugstore product. Today's going to be a little different because I'm going to pair up two more expensive luxury mascaras. And I understand that these are not in everyone's budget, but I also understand that I have viewers that like more luxury shopping, and about 70% of the reviews that I do are on more drugstore makeup. So for those of you that like luxury mascara, then this review is for you. Even if you're not in the luxury shopping space right now, these are two really fun ones that you just may want to learn about because you're curious. So let's talk about these mascaras. One of them is in my rotation of a favorite that you probably could guess it if I didn't even tell you, and that is the Diorshow Pump and Volume. This sells for $32. It comes in 3 shades, blue, black, and brown. It is not cruelty-free. Natural ingredients make up 90% of the ingredients in this mascara. On the Nordstrom website, it has 4.5 stars out of 63 reviews. On the Sephora website, it has 3.5 stars out of 32 reviews. Now, it's a fairly new mascara. It's been out long enough to have more than 95 reviews, so I was a little surprised by that number. I did look at Neiman Marcus, and they had 4.5 stars for 44 reviews, so still a relatively low review number. This tells me that it's a mascara that maybe a lot of people don't know about. The price point is too high for many people, or there are other good mascaras in this price range that people are purchasing. It happens to be one of my personal favorites. The Diorshow Pump and Volume claims to be 24-hour wear and transfer proof. It also says that it coats lashes with an intense ink and fans them out with just one stroke. The results are 200% more volume, which sounds awesome. And that has triple asterisks. Whenever there's asterisks, I have to read the fine print. The fine print on that one says that it's an instrumental test on 16 subjects. 16 subjects seems a little, would you pull everybody in the marketing department? But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Dior's. I'm here for Dior. I just have questions. I have questions, that's all. The first ingredient in the Dior mascara is water. The second ingredient is beeswax. And the fourth ingredient is rice wax. Now you'll want to remember the ingredient placement in this product because it's going to be relevant in just a few minutes. Moving over to the Chanel Noir Allure, this sells for $42. This comes in 2 shades. It comes in black and rouge granite, which is black with little bits of red in it. We'll talk a little bit more about that one during the application process. I have it in Noir, again, which is black. This has 4 stars on the Nordstrom website with just 41 reviews. There were no reviews on Sephora. It's not sold there, and it's also not sold at Neiman Marcus. This mascara is not cruelty-free either, and it claims to volumize, lift, curl, and define. And looking at the ingredient list for this mascara, water is the first ingredient, just like on the Dior side. Rice wax is the second ingredient, and beeswax is the third ingredient. So while beeswax and rice wax make up the second and third ingredient on the Chanel side, respectfully, it makes up the second and fourth ingredient on the Dior side. So while we don't know the exact amounts of each of these ingredients, we do know that they are both within the top 5 ingredient list. And as we've learned over time, ingredients are listed in the amount that they give. So the lower they are on the list, the lower amount of that ingredient is in that product. So while we don't know how much of beeswax or rice wax are included in either one of these, we can tell that they are in the top 5 list of ingredients. Now, as we go through the application process today, you guys, I'm gonna have no eyeliner, no eyeshadow, nothing like that, so that you can really see how well these two mascaras coat the lashes. What I thought was interesting is in the marketing material, neither of them mention that these mascaras don't flake, and only Dior mentions that it doesn't transfer. And so those are two things I'm really going to be looking for in this review, because I've talked to many women and those are our two biggest complaints about mascara is, does it transfer? Does it flake? Especially if you wear glasses, and many of us do as we get older. It's important to know if we are going to end up with flakes underneath our eyes, because they can be magnified through our glasses and look a lot bigger and much more prominent. I'm a little bit curious to see if they do or they don't. I do wear the Dior on a somewhat regular basis, but as you guys know, I cover it with waterproof mascara, so if it does flake, I think that might help. I am not using waterproof mascara today because we need to know for $32 and $42 respectively, do they flake? I want to know, and I know you guys want to know. So be sure to stay to the end of this video where we're going to do a final check-in after about 6 to 8 hours, and we'll answer the question, do they flake, do they transfer, are they worth your money? So if you're ready, let's get into the application process. All right, let's see what we have in terms of mascara. Now, I don't know that we're gonna have a clear winner. I hope we do. If not, then we walk away knowing that they're both good, or neither one of them is good, or one's good over the other. I just have no idea how this is gonna turn out. I personally have products in each of these brands that I really love, and I have used this one by Dior for a while, and I have loved the way that it works. So we're gonna put them both to the test and see what happens today. I do not have any lift and tint on my lashes. That process that, darkens your lashes and lifts them for 5 to 6 weeks, that's not on my lashes. I don't have any mascara on, obviously. I don't have a primer on, and I did not even curl my lashes today. I'm here for you guys. I am taking one for the team today because if you know me, curling my lashes is like brushing my teeth. It's just something that happens every morning. It is part of the routine, and today I had them in my hands and I had to stop myself and put them away. That's where we're at today. So not only do I not have any curled lashes, I also don't have on any eyeliner. I will do those things after we put on these mascaras, because in the marketing material for both the Dior and the Chanel, they use the word lift. So I did not want to give us an artificial lift. There are parts of me that I would like to artificially lift. I did not want to use eyelash curler to give an artificial lift because I really want to see if these lift without doing so, because I know not all of you like to use an eyelash curler, but if we can get lift from our mascara, then let's do it. All right, so in terms of the Dior, the one thing that I would say right off the bat, you guys, is I don't love the packaging. I like the concept of the packaging where you pinch it and you twist it and pull it out. I do love that idea. What I don't love is that this bottom part below the wand is of a rubber type material. And you can see where I have used mine quite a bit, and it's a little bit, it gets makeup on it. If you have whatever you have on your fingers, it kind of sticks to that almost like a rubber tire would, and it feels rubbery. I don't like my makeup to not look clean on the outside, and this just does not come clean. So that would be the only thing that I would change, but I also understand that in order for this to be pliable enough for you to be able to get the whole gimmick of it, maybe it's not a gimmick, to be able to push down and twist, it's got to be able to move. So I do get that it can't be a hard plastic, but that would be my only downfall that I would say. In terms of application, it says, for more volume, wear, and impact, prep your lashes with Dior Maximizer 3D Lash Primer Serum. We're not going to do that. We don't want to buy more products if we don't have to. Let's see what this one product will do. Under benefits, it says to squeeze the mascara's signature flexible tube before applying, to soften the mascara's texture, and amply load the volumizing brush. So I'm going to squeeze down here and I'm going to pull it out. And you can see this is a nice brush. I love how compact the bristles are. The mascara can get down at the very bottom of the brush so that as you pull the brush through your lashes, you get mascara down at the bottom, creating that thicker lash look. So I'm going to zoom you in and let's see how well this applies. Now, should I do this with my left hand because then you can really see? That might be really unfair to the mascara because that might be a huge mess, but let's try it. I used to think I was ambidextrous, and now I guess we're gonna all see together if that's actually true. So I'm going right to the base of the lashes. I'm gonna wiggle it and pull it right out so you can see. Now, just by one simple coat, you can see the difference in length between this side and this side that's almost invisible. You can also tell that the lashes are fanned out like the marketing says. It doesn't look clumpy, and I haven't really even gone over it with the brush to separate the lashes. That was just a real quick application. So I'm really happy with how that goes on, and we will go in for a second coat, but I want to see how the Chanel looks right next to it first. Working our way over to the Chanel side, I love this packaging. Chanel packaging is just sleek, it's elegant, it's beautiful. It's everything that the Chanel brand stands for. It's a square tube, and it is about the size of 2 lipstick compacts, I would say. And what you'll notice is missing is any area to twist it, which is what I really loved. It just took a little while to get used to. You take the button and you just press there, and the top comes out. There's no screw across the top, so you don't even screw it when you put it back on. You simply press. That is so cool, right? Then when you take it out, this is what the brush looks like. The bristles are a little more spread out than the Dior brush. The length of the brushes are almost identical. As I mentioned in the beginning, this one comes in 2 shades. It comes in Noir, which is black, and it comes in Rouge Granette. If I was French, that would sound much more elegant. And what that means is it has little hints of red in the black mascara, and I stayed away from that one because from the reviews I read, it said that if you've got like a red eyeshadow, it really helps that pop. And I'm sure it is lovely and beautiful. As I age, I try to minimize any red in my eyes, especially like around in my eyes, which is one of the reasons I love Lumify before I film or before I'm doing anything. It just helps make your eyes more white and less tired. And the mascara doesn't know if it's reflecting red from my eye or if it's reflecting red from my shadow. So once I read a couple reviews that said it really made the red in their eyeshadow pop and look beautiful, I thought, I don't know that I want to accentuate, highlight, emphasize any of the redness in my eye. Now it may not do that. Chanel, I'm sure, did their research. I just stuck with plain old black. And to apply, this one says coat lashes from roots to tips in a slightly zigzagging motion. Prep with La Base Mascara Volume and Care Lash Primer for best results. I get it. I get it. I get it. Anyway, you guys know where I'm going with that. You know where I'm going with that. Why should we have to have a primer to get best results out of mascara? Can't we just, for $42, I would like to get the best results out of the mascara, period, end of story. Okay, Chanel. So we know how to apply it, and the mascara is still good because you can hear that. And I knew this one was good, but I just like to hear that sound. And if you did not watch my video on how to tell if your mascara is old, I will link it at the end of this video. It's a full video on how to tell if your makeup is expired. And that little pop at the end of your mascara is a good way to tell if your mascara is still good or if it's dried out. But you want to watch the whole video because there's a lot more products that I cover and show you how to tell if they're expired. So I'm going to zoom you in, and just like the other one, we're going to zigzag, wiggle, and pull up. Looking at them side by side now that they each have one coat, the Dior side looks a little bit thicker or fuller to me. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment in the comment section below of what you're seeing in case I'm seeing something different. The Chanel one is beautiful, and if you have an issue with your mascara clumping your lashes together and you really want that thin, fanned out look, then this one is beautiful. As we age, I just like my lashes to look a little thicker. I need all the help that I can get, so that's why the Dior one I think is a little bit more attractive to me. So let's see what happens after the second coat. Well, there we go with 2 coats of mascara on both sides. I think the Dior is a little more glam since I don't have on any eyeliner or any eyeshadow to sort of work it all together. If you are a mascara only or minimal eyeshadow, minimal eyeliner, and you really want your lashes to steal the show, this Chanel is absolutely stunning. Now from here, I am going to apply some eyeliner and some eyeshadow just to see how the whole look works together. But I am not going to, and I know for those of you that are loyal watchers, this is going to shock you, I am not going to put on my third and final coat of waterproof because that seals it. In the marketing on the Dior mascara, it says that it does not transfer. Chanel does not say that, but I still want to put them to the test. And again, for $43, I would like them not to transfer either of them. And I'm going to come back to you guys in about 6 hours, unless they transfer terribly and it has to be earlier. But I do want to leave these mascaras on for the majority of the day and see how they wear. Now, because of the lash serums that I've been using, my lashes are long, and that really shows through with that second coat on both sides. But I also want to see if I'm going to transfer up here as well as down underneath here. Well, here's the final look for the day. We're going to go on about the day. I'm going to check in with you guys. We're looking for things like flaking. We're looking for transfer. We are looking to see how well these hold up. I do see some lift. I definitely see lengthening, and I see volume. And it's gonna be 93 here today, and I will be outside. I do have some errands to run. I've got some physical activity that I need to do today. And at the end of this video, we hope to have an answer on, is a $42 mascara better than a $32? Are either of them worth your money, or are both of them worth your money? Let's see what we find out. Well, just like that, in a few seconds, 9.5 hours have gone by, and it has been a busy day. I have put both of these mascaras, you guys, through the ringer. So I have been outside. It has been really hot. I have been sweating. I had on a tank top earlier because I worked out today, but I didn't think that was the appropriate attire to end this video, so I put on my long sleeve sweater that I started the video with because it was chilly this morning, and yeah, it's really hot in here with all these lights on, but I just wanted some consistency and continuity through the video. And so, yeah, I'm sweating again. However, that is a good sign to see how these two mascaras are holding up. Neither one of them mentioned no flaking, and if you zoom in close, I don't see flaking on either side. Now, the only thing that I do see that can kind of be a telltale sign between the two is I feel like the Dior side is still a little bit more lifted than the Chanel side, and it just still looks a little bit more there than the Chanel side. Now, if you remember, we started that way after 2 coats. The Dior side just looked a little bit more boom, but the Chanel side definitely looked nice. It was a little bit more of a soft, natural look. And as the hours have gone on, both of those looks have diminished slightly, but not so much that I wouldn't still wear just either one of these mascaras for a makeup, no makeup day. I think that the lengthening is still there, the fullness is still there, and the most important part for me is I don't see any transferring down underneath here. Now, again, for somebody like me that likes to seal my mascara with a waterproof mascara, I really get annoyed when I get this transfer because my under eye areas are already dark. And so whenever you can put a mascara on that doesn't leave any darkness down here, I'm all for it because that's what I put on concealer for. And I don't want my mascara to then counteract my concealer. And if you have glasses, it's even magnified. And yet I don't see that either one of these have transferred underneath my eyes. I have a mirror right below the camera lens, so I'm just double checking to make sure I am not seeing anything different. But I think they have both done beautifully. I guess the question comes down to what is it that you're looking for in a mascara? If you want more of a soft, natural look and $43 is a price point that you're comfortable with, then the Chanel is a much more natural look. If you want a little bit above natural, you want a little bit more lengthening, volume, darkness, then I would say that the Dior is a nice option. Now, the other thing to consider is that the Chanel does not come in a brown. It's only black or black with a little bit of red in it. The Dior comes in the brown, the blue, and the black. Chanel does have other mascaras that are in brown, but this particular Noir Allure is not in brown. So that's also something to consider. Today's winner is really up to you. It depends on what you're looking for in your mascara. If you want more of a natural look, but still some lash intensity, or if you want a little bit more revved up look with your lashes, then that Dior is a good option. Well, that does it for me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's Friday Face Off. I hope you share it with any of your friends that also like that look of lashes and might want to find a mascara at a price point that is comfortable for them. Have a good rest of your day. I will see you again real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.